Hello, and I'm back. This is again an Artroom tutorial on how to train models, or rather Loras, in Artroom. Now this is a beta feature, so you'll only find this button in the beta version. It's this one here, the trainer. This is also very preliminary, so I expect this to change very soon as we kind of figure out how this is supposed to look, how we want to change things. You'll also see that currently there's no tagging, which some people will argue is incredibly important. Some people will argue it's not important at all. I honestly don't know yet. I haven't trained enough models yet to know. I have the feeling it doesn't make that much of a difference, but at least with art styles, it's supposed to make a big difference. Now, the most important step before you even begin here is gathering a good dataset. I have left 2 links to how to get a good dataset in the description, so check those out before even doing anything else, because that will explain way more than I ever can in this short video. But let's say you have your images here. Now I've renamed them already to Rebecca Gui 1. These are all images. You see, it's quite a variation. It's different styles of her painting, and I'm just gonna select this. Press open. The name is what your Lora should be called. I would highly recommend to just call it the same as your trigger word, because then you'll never forget what the trigger word is. So I'm just gonna take this Rebecca Gui and put it down here. The trigger word is what you use to tell the AI to use the Lora, to activate the Lora. This is very important. So if the model already knows what you're training it on, so let's say you make a Lora on swords, and you don't use a trigger word that is distinctive from regular swords, then it's not going to use the swords the Lora was trained on, but the swords it already knows. So you can't really improve on what it already knows. So if you give it a trigger word that the model has no idea what it means, you can make sure it generates something that looks kind of like the training images that you had. For the model, there's only 2 that I would really recommend. One is the default SD 1.5 model, and the other one that is good to use is the anything model if you're training it on an anime style. Other than that, I would not recommend to use any other model, because then you can only use it on models that are based on that model. So 1.5 is the basis of pretty much any model out there that is currently available. So you can use it with any 1.5 model. But if it is one that was trained based on the 1.5 model, you cannot use it on another model that was trained on the 1.5 model, only on the new model. There are advanced settings, so if you have smart people in the comments telling you, oh, you should use this setting, it's so much better than the default setting, then you can put that in here. I would honestly just leave them. The results I've got were good enough. I'm happy with these. So yeah, and then you press start training. Training begins. That's it. That's all you need. You think. No, it is actually all you need, but the problem is the images need to be good. If your images are not good, then you're not going to get a good result at the end. So make sure that you have a good selection of images. Make them varied, give it a lot. I have 12 only here, and I got pretty decent results, I think. But the more you have, the better. The end result will, by the way, be a whole lot of different... it looks like this. So you'll get 12 different safe tensors files. These are different epochs. So every time it has a certain number of steps done, it will create a new epoch. And then you can go through them and try them and find out which one of these is currently the best. I will actually show that very quickly. I have the term here from earlier, and I think I still have it selected. I found out that 10 is the best one. So let's go to Rebecca Gui and try 1. And if I try 1 with the term here, you will see that basically I get nothing that looks like Rebecca Gui, like her style. Yeah, it's just Spider-Man, basically. Now, I was at 10 and said I got good results there. Let's go up to 10 and compare. Yeah, I had 3 images here, so it takes a little while to generate all 3. Lora is being loaded in, and we're generating. You might also notice that this is a bit faster. Yeah, and now you see, this actually kind of looks like what I had as training data. It looks a bit too close to my training data, so that might indicate that this is already too far. So let's go a bit back. Let's try, I don't know, 7. and generate 3 images. I want something in the middle between these two. This is too close to my training images. The other one was too far away from my training images. That's why you always get multiple epochs, so you can try and see, am I getting what I want or not? Another way is, of course, using your weight. I actually think this is pretty neat, what I'm getting, but it's still too high. So let's try 5, maybe. Okay, I'm getting some very, very weird results here. But no, this is it. This is the style that I'm looking for. So this is pretty neat. Maybe not quite. So as I say, you might need to mess around a bit, try 6 or 7, and then eventually you'll find the one that works well. So yeah, this is how you do Lora training. It's actually pretty straightforward. See ya, bye.